Good evening to you all, and welcome to the new Tri-City Fairgrounds here in Cleveland, New Ohio. For today's game, this evening's game between the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers and the New Ohio Debonairs. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starting lineup of the visiting Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers. Batting first, the first baseman, number 3, Dollop O'Daisy. Batting second, the second baseman, number 27, Coke Can Lloyd. Batting third, the left fielder, number 7, Rocky Cartonier. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 41, Truss Grundleson. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 5, Grumbly Parker. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 2, Jake Steakhouse. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 17, Curtis Burgess. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 16, Hope Lactavius III. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 47, left-hander Spruce Mouthman. And let's give a good, dignified cheer to the Debonairs. Here they are taking the field for this evening's game. The left fielder, number 15, Ped Wingner. The center fielder, number 18, Shad Tater. The shortstop, number 54, Musty Shank. The catcher, number 26, Kiki Webley. The third baseman, number 4, Hans Lopside. The right fielder, number 14, Dudley Zuencastle. The first baseman, number 7, Gap Lumber. The second baseman, number 1, Yup Turtles. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for your New Ohio Debonairs. Let's get the handkerchief in the air for Catfish Hunter.
Hey, good evening to you all. This is Tiddly Clowners from Radio WHK, New Ohio Radio for Cleveland, Toledo, and points beyond. We are here at the new Tri-City Fairgrounds in Cleveland, New Ohio, for this evening's game. The 10 and 12 New Ohio Debonairs taking on the surging as of late 13 and 9 Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers. The teams have won 2 games apiece in their games against one another this season. On the mound today is Catfish Hunter, 2-1 with a 7.39 ERA, 13 strikeouts, and 28 innings pitched, making his 6th start of the season. He gets Dollop O'Daisy to pop up to Musty Shank, the shortstop, run out number 1. The Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers, 2.5 games behind the league-leading Philadelphia Brown Trousers, who dropped a game against the Milwaukee Dusters earlier today, my understanding. That came across the line. They have won their last 5 games, so the Grasshoppers have been on quite the tear. And on a full count, that is going to potentially be an error to Musty Shank, a difficult catch to make. But Coke Can Lloyd is on with a single. They are not going to give it as an error. That will be a bit hard done to say. And looks like he is caught in a rundown, caught stealing, and he is going to be severely shamed by this New Ohio crowd for making such a bold and brash move. Rocky Cartonier pops it up into foul territory. The 1 hit is on the board. However, a 1-2-3 inning. Left-hander Spruce Mouthman takes the mound for the Grasshoppers, and he gets Ped Wingner to swing at the first pitch and ground out. It was Pope Lactavius III with the ground ball. Throw to Dollop O'Daisy at first base on time. First pitch, first swing for Chud Tater. Same story. This time Coke Can Lloyd at second base. Fields it. Throws it to Dollop O'Daisy. Musty Shank also swings at the first pitch, but he is on with a single that is going to leave the infield. It's a line drive to Grumbly Parker in center field. And here is Kiki Webley, easily, we're talking Rookie of the Year candidate. He has the highest batting average of 430 in the league at the moment. Most hits of 40. He has 23 runs batted in and 4 home runs. He does pop it up to Cocan Lloyd to strand the runner and retire the side. No score through 1. Hunter takes the mound yet again. It's time to face cleanup batsman Truss Grundleson, former Philadelphia Brown trouser member. Played 49 games for them last year. Has a career average of 309, but is batting 386 this season for the Grasshoppers. Outstanding, has easily found himself in that cleaning up spot. However, he will pop out to Hans Lopside at third base in foul territory. This gives us to the cleanup batsman at the start of the season, rookie Grumbly Parker, 352 average. He will also pop it up this time to Kiki Webley in foul territory. Jake Stakehouse has made a big splash as of late. The former Debonair. Debonair fans will know him very well. And that also means so does Catfish Hunter. Gets him to swing at the first pitch. Pops it up to former teammate Ped Wingner. A 1-2-3 inning. Stakehouse actually has 8 home runs this season. He's right behind Kiki Webley in that race. Well, Mouthman takes the mound yet again here in the second inning to face Hans Lopside, a 296 average for Lopside. Mouthman has got a 3-1 record so far in 5 games. He's going to get a strikeout of Lopside. 24 strikeouts in 33 and a third innings pitched. Did get number 25 just then. And an ERA of 3.51, which is far above his career his previous 2 seasons as a New York haberdasher, 6.28 and 4.44 in 1919. So still early in the season for Mouthman. He came on late after spending some time in the nursery league. And he's going to get Gap Lumber to strike out swinging. So another 0 on the board. 1 hit apiece. The pitches are matching one another with 1 hit and then 1, 2, 3 innings. Curtis Burgess starts things off for the Debonairs. Or for the Grasshoppers, excuse me. And he will strike out swinging. That is the first strikeout of the game for Catfish Hunter. Not as many for him this season. 13. He's been an important member of that rotation. Third pitchers in the rotation for each of their respective teams. He's going to go right to Hans Lopside. And throw is in time to get Pope Lactavius the third. So the pitcher spot is left-hander Spruce Mouthman. Steve Wright. He has an average of 214 this season, 3 hits and 14 at-bats. That's respectable for a pitcher spot. A career average of 208. So again, for a pitcher, that is outstanding. He does, however, take strike 3 looking and brings to an end the inning. So at the bottom of the third, not much to talk about as far as scoring. The pitchers are having their way with it. And the second baseman, Yup Turtles, 8th in the batting order. Takes the plate, a 308 average for Turtles. He lines it right to Dolapo Daisy for out number 1. And we go to Catfish Hunter. Named as such because of his other job is he in fact hunts catfish. I didn't realize that fish were a thing you could hunt. You fish for fish. You hunt for game. Well, he's going to ground out to Cocan Lloyd, notwithstanding he's a great pitcher. Don't think he's going to go to the back to the hunting world anytime soon. I think baseball is a good career move for him. Ped Wingner is going to get the second hit of the game for the Debonairs. He's going to be on with a 2-out single that's going to drop into shallow right field. Truss Grundleson fields it. and some life in these Debonair bats now. Toledo is going to breathe more life into them. He's going to get on with a single. That's a ground ball right up the center. Grumbly Parker is there to retrieve it. And with runners on first and second, here is Musty Shank. Had a single in the first. Right to a diving Pope Lactavius III. Can he beat the throw? He can! What gumption, what moxie running for Musty Shank. 2 for 2 today. Great speed, great, just absolute moxie on that leg speed. Here is Kiki Puebli, who is going to line it out to Dolapo Daisy to strand 3 runners. And that was potentially an opportunity lost. For the home side, the New Ohio Debonairs, the top of the 4th, no score. The rally brought to an end immediately. Catfish Hunter back on the mound, top of the order. It's Dolapo Daisy, an 0-2 pitch, and he pops it up high into shallow center. Chad Tater is under it, makes the catch. It is 1 away. Next in the order is Coke Can Lloyd, had a single, the only hit of the game for the Grasshoppers so far, was caught stealing. He's not going to be as lucky. The play is made by Yup Turtles. Throw to Gap Lumber is in time. It is 2 away for Rocky Cottonier. Rocky Cottonier, rookie season. Drafted by the Grasshoppers. He's going to line that one out to center field. Chad Tater is under it for the out. Spent 2 years in Charleston, South Carolina, playing for the Crows. He's found himself the starting left fielder and third in the batting order for the Grasshoppers, so I think Continental League suits him well. With a 306 average, but could not make anything happen. Last at bat.
Off the plate.
Mouthman back on the mound for Hans Lopside. Only 32 pitches now through 29 through 3 innings for left-hander Spruce Mouthman. He has on average gone. That's going to be his first walk of the game. He does not walk them all that often. He only has 9. That is only his 10th walk of the season in 6 starts.
No.
Does have a habit of going late into games. Goes into the 7th inning usually. That's going to be a line drive, a ground ball right up the middle. Moves Lopside to second. Zuin Castle moves to, is now on first. He's on with a single. Leads the way for Gap Lumber. No outs. That's going to be a line drive over the diving glove of Lactavius. But good fielding by Cottonier to keep the runners on base. No one reports home. Bases are loaded with no outs for Yup Turtles. Turtles, a fielding master. A great second baseman, has a 308 average this season, so he's been very good with runners in scoring position. However, he seems to falter a 208, and that's going to be to Purgus. And well, it is a fielder's choice. It gets the runner out at home. Turtles does outrun the throw to avoid a fancy Dan double play. However, Catfish Hunter now has to Daisy to home to Burgess, and again a fielder's choice. Well, it is not a double play, but it is still no runs scored. Great defensive plays by the Grasshoppers with 2 outs. It is Penn Wigner with the bases loaded. He has 6 home runs this season. He pops it up, he gets jammed. Under it is Steakhouse, and for the 2nd inning in a row, the Debonairs have stranded 3 runners on base. They have ended the inning with the bases loaded. No runs scored. We head to the top of the 5th. And you could feel the frustration in these fans here in Cleveland, New Ohio. New stadium, brand new stadium built in the burgeoning metropolis of Cleveland, here in New Ohio. Truss Grundleson will be striking out swinging. That's the 3rd strikeout today for Catfish Hunter. Here's Grumbly Parker. After a 3 this season. Was picked up immediately by Baltimore-Washington. The local. Not playing the nursery league, just immediately made his way to the team, and he's going to be on with a single. That is the 2nd hit of the game for the Grasshoppers. and one away. Top of the 5th. Here is Jake Steakhouse. Defenses of both teams have really been showcased here. The fielding of the Grasshoppers preventing any runs from being scored 2 innings in a row. It's been outstanding. Jake Steakhouse will walk to first, his 8th walk of the season. The first of the game for Catfish Hunter. He has walked 9 now this season in 6 starts. First pitch for Curtis Burgess. He pops it up into center field. Chud Tater is under it. And tagging up, will he get it? No, that will be tagging up Grumbly Parker, sliding into third. Pope Lactavius the third. A single for Lactavius will score the first run of the game. He's batting. Curtis Burgess, I almost read there, pardon me. Lactavius is batting 229 this season, not great, and also not great when runners are in scoring position. The third baseman has been doing quite well in the fielding prowess. Swing and a miss, and that will strand the 2 runners. And that brings us to the bottom of the 5th. We are halfway through this game already, my good listeners of Radio WHK. New Ohio Debonair being heard in Toledo, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Dayton, and other cities as well. Chud Tater pops it up. And in foul territory is Curtis Burgess to make the catch for 1 out. First pitch from Musty Shank. It goes right to the third baseman, Pope Lactavius III. He throws it to O'Daisy with plenty of time to spare, and it's back to Kiki Webley 0 for 2 today for the batting leader in the Continental League as a rookie, no doubt, no less. In 8 games for the Norfolk Whips, he has an average of 500. 1 year prior, only 259, so he has really come into his own as a batsman. And sure enough, he gets hit number 41 of the season. He continues to lead the league in batting. And he is on with a 2-out single. However, Hans Lopside doesn't make good contact. It goes right to Dollop O'Daisy, steps on the bag. And that puts us through 5 innings. Pitchers do well as it is, with some big help from the fielding expertise of both sides. Defensive struggle, left-hander Swoosh Mouthman. Top of the 6th, leads off. And he will strike out. That is strikeout number 5 for Catfish Hunter. Who was actually thrown in the prior inning through career strikeout number 100 for Catfish Hunter. Congratulations to him for that. A milestone indeed. 3 seasons to do it. Total of 38 games played. Let's get Dollop O'Daisy to ground out on a weakly hit pitch. Doesn't seem like he got good contact there. Musty Shank, the shortstop, fields it, throws it to Gap Lumber. And it's 2 away with Coke Can Lloyd at the plate. Now second in the batting order. He is 1 for 2 today. And a hit, caught stealing. He's going to ground it to Gap Lumber. The first baseman steps in the bag. Couple of steps. And that is the 3rd out. We are to the bottom of the 6th. Still scoreless in this one. But the Debonairs have come very close. The bases have been loaded on 2 occasions. Once with no outs. And still no one was able to score. Zewin-Castle grounds it out to Jake Steakhouse. He throws to Dollop O'Daisy, and that is 1 away. Gap Lumber. He's 1 for 2 today, had a single. Before ultimately being the final cog in the machine 2 innings ago in the bottom of the 4th. And the 3 following him would have, well, would you look at that? Gap Lumber hits it to industry. A solo home run puts the Debonairs on the board. They strike first here in the 0. The 4th home run of the season for the former Nashville Fire player. And Gap Lumber gives the Debonairs a lead of 1-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Yup Turtles pops it up into shallow left field. That is Rocky Cartonier to field it. To away, and Catfish Hunter hit into a fielder's choice his last at bat. He's going to smash that one, but it's going to be right into the glove of Grumbly Parker. And the difference maker today is Gap Lumber's home run, brought to you by Industry Brand, colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. Because why smell like anything else in the world when you can smell like the clean, fresh scent of Industry, found wherever smells are sold. Top of the 7th, Rocky Cartonier swings, and that goes right to Hans Lopside. Throw to Lumber is in time for out number 1. This is Tiddly Clowners on Radio WHK, New Ohio Radio, and the home of the New Ohio Debonairs. As you check us out at our new home of the New Ohio Debonairs, the new Tri-City Fairgrounds here in Cleveland. And of course, that is where our studios are. Full count for Truss Grundleson, pops it up. If it stays in the ballpark, it will be foul and out. Webley gets under it, and it's 2 away. Grumbly Parker had a single at his last at-bat. Ultimately, was stranded. He's going to break his bat and hit that high up into the air into foul territory. Catfish Hunter calls off Webley, makes the catch, a 1-2-3 inning. And we have the 7.5 inning stretch at the moment. Do stretch your gluteals, your quadriceps, your triceps, and your biceps. And of course, your quinticeps if you have them. Always good to be stretched out, do some calisthenics. Blood pumping and flowing as we continue watching some baseball. Ted Wingner having a quiet day, the leadoff batsman for the Debonairs. He strikes out looking. He's 1 for 4 today with a single. Chug Tater is batting .308 this season. 19 runs batted in. 6 home runs to his name. His second year in New Ohio. Batted .278 last season and played 83 out of 84 games. He is a staple to the New Ohio batting team. Going to pop it high up into the air. Doesn't look like it has the distance on a full count. Grumbly Parker makes the catch. 2 away. And here is Musty Shank. 2 for 3 today. 2 singles. Stranded in both cases. 2 out singles today, actually. And he will walk. That will actually be the second walk of the day today for left-hander Spruce Mouthman. 11th of the season. Musty Shank walked now for the 10th time. Here's Kiki Webley. He had a single in his last at-bat, his first hit of the game. Being the batting leader of the season so far. We are past the 20% point of the season. I think we're reaching about a quarter of the way through the season. Hitting that 1/3 mark where there will be a couple days off. And Webley will walk to first as well. So that puts 2 runners on for Hans Lopside. Lopside's average is .296, only .231 when runners are in scoring position. However, that will be great fielding. A good line drive up the center. But Grumbly Parker is in the spot to be to leave the bases loaded with 2 outs. And here is Dudley Zuencastle. Takes strike 1. His average with runners in scoring position is roughly the same as his regular average. He's .286, but .292, and he's going to hit it right to Jake Stakehouse. And for the 3rd time today, the Debonairs have recorded out number 3 with the bases loaded. You got to wonder what could have been, and if the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers get on the board, then that will be a case of what could have been. What could have been, but didn't been. Here is Jake Stakehouse to start things off here in the top of the 8th. Fouls that one off. 1 and 2 the count. He gets jammed on that one. That is going to be high behind the home plate if it stays in the ballpark. It does. Kiki Webley is under it for out number 1. Curtis Berg is 0 for 2 today. The catcher, former Chicago teetotaler. And he's going to ground out a 0-1 pitch to Yup Turtles. 2 away. And here is the Pope, Pope Lactavius III. 0 for 2 today as well.
No.
2-0 the count.
All inside.
That is inside for ball 3. That one right down the center for 3-1 a count.
Steve right.
Waits for that one again. Full count. Fouls off pitch number 6 of this at-bat. Battle here. And he will ultimately walk. Pope Lactavius III walks. And the pitch count for Catfish Hunter is getting close up to 90. Will that be it? Well, it will be the end for Spruce, left-hander Spruce Mouthman. QB Goozle on a pinch hit hits it high. He hits it far. He hits it to industry. And the Grasshoppers have taken the lead here in the top of the 8th. QB Goozle, his first home run of the season. Career home run number 14. And we follow up with Dalabo Daisy, who grounds out for the 3rd out. Fig Peters will now take the mound for the Grasshoppers to face Gap Lumber. Registered the only run of the game for the Debonairs, as they now trail by a score of 2-1. That home run brought to you by Industry Brand Colognes, Perfumes, and Fragrances. Why smell like anything else in the world when you can smell like Industry? You can smell like Industry any time of day, any day of the week. Found wherever smells are sold. Lumber is going to pop that one up into deep center, left field. Rocky Cottoneer has the catch for out number 1. Fig Peters, a 1-0 record, an ERA of 8.59, has only pitched 7 1/3 innings this season, has 5 strikeouts from them, however. This is his 9th appearance for the Grasshoppers, and he's going to walk Yup Turtle, so perhaps there is Catfish Hunter. I cannot imagine Hunter will stay in this one, and yes, it will be Turf Tamba. Pinch hitting for the Debonairs with the tying run at first base. Canberra has an average this season of 167, only 42 at-bats, and relegated to pinch hitting duties. Career average, however, 301. He will walk, so that'll be 2 straight walks for Fig Peters, putting the tying run on first for Ped Wingner. This is a very interesting predicament right now. Tries to pick up Steakhouse. Tries to pick out Turtles. Wingner smashes it. Could it be? It is New Industry. Ben Wingner smashes it. A 3-run home run. The Debonairs regain the lead. Ben Wingner has hit his 30th home run. I beg pardon, his 29th home run of his career. His 7th of the season. And Chud Tater will ground out, but the Debonairs have taken the lead yet again here in the bottom of the 8th. A 4-2 lead over the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers, thanks to Ped Wingner and his 3-run home run. Hits to industry. Well, Musty Shank with 2 outs has been on base 3 times today. He's 2 for 3, and a walk to his name. Big Peters. That is high up into the air. Does it have the distance, or will Truss Grundleson get his glove underneath it? The latter is the answer. It's out number 3 from the warning track. Well, Darby Gigglewater will come in to try to put an end to this game for the Debonairs. Gigawater has a 1-1 record, a 3.90 ERA, and a save to his name. This would certainly be a save situation.
Steve Right.
As he's now filled up the count for Coke Can Lloyd. And starts off by walking Coke Can Lloyd. The tying run is now at the plate. It is Rocky Cartanier, who's over 3 today. Gigawater has struck out 14 in 27 2/3 innings. This is his 18th game he's making an appearance in.
Right. Nope, that's high.
3-1 count. His control's been a bit high so far. Gonna hit that. That's gonna be a potential to Turtles to Shank. A fancy done! Double play! Well, 2 away. And here is Truss Grundleson,
Right.
representing potentially the final out of this game.
Nope. High.
2-1 the count. Gigawater looking to put an end to this one.
Nope, that's high.
And an end to the Debonairs' skid. They have lost their last 3 games. The count is full. The Grasshoppers have won their last 5, and it looks like their fortunes are going to change and flip over as Ped Wingner gets the catch, and the Debonairs have won this. Well, it is 3 cheers and a handkerchief in the air for the Debonairs. What a game. What a comeback to win it. What a game of baseball. The final score, the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers 2 runs off of 3 hits. The New Ohio Debonairs 4 runs off of 10 hits. They are the winners tonight. There is your box score, which will be in your afternoon newspapers tomorrow. The winning pitcher is Catfish Hunter, who will improve his record. His record will be improved to 3-1. The loss goes to Fig Peters, record dropping to 1-1. And Darby Gigawater gets his 2nd save of the season. We thank our friends at the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, bringing you fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. They sponsor the finest dandies of the game for this and for every game of the 1921 Continental League season. Any time is a good time for a Honeywheat cigarette. The 3rd finest dandy of the game. Catfish Hunter going 8 strong innings of baseball pitching. Amazing. 2 earned runs, 3 hits allowed. And by my count, 5 strikeouts. QB Goozle with his pinch hit home run to give the Grasshoppers a brief lead. A 2-run home run. He is the 2nd finest dandy of the day. But the finest dandy of the day, getting a complimentary carton of Honeywheat cigarettes, is Ped Wingner, went 2 for 5. However, the difference maker was the 3-run home run that gave the New Ohio Debonairs the victory in the bottom of the 8th. He is the finest dandy of the day, brought to you by the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, who humbly request that you smoke wheat every day. Well, that will do it for our broadcast. The Debonairs improved to 11-12, 1 game under 500 at the moment. They are currently 5 games back from the league-leading Philadelphia Brown Trousers. They sit tied with the Teetotalers in 5th place. The Grasshoppers dropped to 3rd, 13-10, 3 games back from Philadelphia. Well, for these 2 teams, they will be on the road. The Grasshoppers will head back home to welcome the Milwaukee Dutchmen for what I believe it is a 3-game series starting tomorrow. As for the New Ohio Debonairs, they begin a 3-game series on the road, 3 games straight, going to Yonkers, New York, and the Rockefeller Oval, where they take on the New York Haberdashers. I can tell you Avery Mustard will be starting the game tomorrow, up against Savusta Toucher of the New York Haberdashers. So that will be look in your papers for that. Of course, that is not a home game for us. That is that time will be on the radio. The next time you'll hear my voice on the radio for the New Ohio Debonairs will be for quite some time, as the Debonairs have a bit of a road trip. They head to Boston after their series with the Haberdashers, and they return home for 2 games before the first season mid-season break against the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. That is on July 7th. You can listen to Radio WHK, New Ohio Debonair, on Radio New Ohio. So my name is Tiddly Clowners. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a good evening, and as always, may your days be dapper and your evenings elegant.